What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the Move OTX channel here today, guys. So today's chapter brings us out here to the kite field at Shoreline. The amphitheater is right over there, and the Shoreline golf club is that way. Don't know why they have extra porta potties out here. They must have some events here, maybe for the holiday season. That would probably be at holiday season events at the amphitheater. So we're at the kite field area, and we're gonna do one of my favorite hikes, and we're gonna go out and bird watch here along the bay. And I think hunting season should be coming to an end. Maybe not. I'm not exactly sure about that, so we'll see when we get on out here. And we'll be able to hear actually shotgun fire if there is still active hunting going on. So the other thing we're doing differently here in 2024 is we've switched over from my Sony FDR-X3000. We are now on a GoPro. So I've been using a GoPro here for the past couple of weeks, and I want to go out here today. Just look at how green everything is. So we've had a lot of rain over the winter holiday season, and everything that was golden brown is now a lush, vibrant green. And I hope my camera is doing that justice. So I've got the camera set to the widest exposure field of view right now, and I hope this is probably the worst case scenario to use a GoPro camera, because I've got these vertical light posts, and I'm sure my camera is making them look all fisheye optic-y, barrel distortion or whatever it's called. So I apologize for that, but I want to capture the widest field of view that I can out here because it's so stunning, so gorgeous. So this is absolutely one of my favorite birdwatch hikes to do, and there's actually multiple places for bird watching if you guys are into that. So we're gonna try and pause and capture some of those moments on video here as we get out to the field. Alrighty guys, we're continuing. So we made it out to the end of the kite field area, and we need to cross a couple of bridges to get to where we're going. So this first one is this old wooden platform bridge, and the second one is that steel suspension bridge. Thought I heard some shotgun blasts off in the distance, but I don't think so. That may have been some construction work or some other noises from along the bay. So right away, some of these water passages, drainage passages, are full of water now from all the winter rains we've been having. So they weren't like that before the rain season started. So hike across the first bridge here. Ooh yeah, nice. Absolutely stunning, beautiful day today. It's perfect action camera weather. Action cameras just love oversaturated, over illuminated settings like this. They tend to struggle in low light conditions more so than conditions like this. So there's the view looking back. That's where we came from, guys, and this is where we're going. So one thing different I want to do today here, and I'm not sure if I'd done this before. I think I didn't. I think I took a detour because of all the hunting activities on my last trek out here. But I want to take you guys actually out to the end of Stevens Creek So this is Stevens Creek that we're crossing here, and we're going off on the second bridge. And let's see what the water conditions look like today. Ooh, we got a high tide condition, a relatively high tide condition. And I think it's going back out. Yeah, the water's flowing out. Very nice. All right, so we're going to continue here. Yeah, the water is definitely flowing out, so high tide is past us. And right away, I'm seeing a lot more water out here in this overflow marsh area. There's the end of Moffett Field and the junkyard, for lack of a better term. So just for orientation purposes, there is Mission Peak right up there, looking across to Fremont. And we're kind of headed in a northeasterly direction. So yeah, definitely this waterway is definitely more full now than it was just a few short weeks ago. So one thing that we're lucking out here on is the wind. It's just a little breezy, so I imagine it's going to get more windy the farther out I get, and I'm going to have to more closely speak into my camera. So this camera doesn't seem to be handling wind noise as well as my Sony did, so may have to get creative with windscreen covering or something over the microphone ports on this camera, so I'll have to look into that as well. But so far we're running straight out of the box, so if you hear my voice kind of wobble in and out audio quality wise, that's because the camera is set up to auto compensate for the wind noise. So I apologize for that. You don't need to adjust your headphones or anything. That's just how it's going to be here until I can figure that out. Alrighty guys, so we're reaching our first little junction here, and definitely seeing some duck hunters park their vehicles out this way, so there most certainly is still hunting actively going on. Just heard 2 shotgun blasts from out that way. Not sure if you could pick that up. 2 more, 1 more. So that little shed down there is a little check-in, sign-in sheet area where they post rules and regulations as well. So, one thing for sure, we will be contending with wind noise the farther out here I get. So, see how glassy smooth the water is right now here, but the farther out we get towards the end of Stevens Creek, the windier it's going to be, so just gonna have to deal with it. So, and worst gets to worst, what I'll do is I'll mute the field audio in post and add my post commentary. So yeah, definitely I can feel the breezes picking up here just a little bit. So last time I took you guys only part of the way out here, partially out here. So and we hiked kind of along that way, along that path. So I want to take you guys all the way out here this time and hope for the best as far as wind goes, but it's definitely getting breezier. You can see the water, less glassy out here, so we're definitely hitting some windy patches out here for sure. So we're coming up here on the next little boat launch area. More duck hunters parking the trucks here. And we're definitely on a higher tide condition here, which is nice. That definitely bodes well for bird watching in general, which is why I'm out here. The same things that attract hunters also attract bird watchers. So we're probably, this is basically almost high noon. What time is it here? It is, nope, not even close. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here. So I'm doing an early morning hike today. Taking you guys out at the end of Stevens Creek. And I've heard a couple shotgun blasts way out there, but that's really it. So you guys are seeing those little sheds, those little platform canopy sheds out on the water. So what the hunters will do is they'll launch their decoys out around those areas and try and attract huntable game and take aim that way. So just heard another shotgun blast from out there, so we'll continue our hike along this way. We may encounter some cyclists, some gravel trail cyclists or trail runners here along the way, but usually they don't come out here. This is a dead end. Eventually it just kind of becomes an out and back scenario. So most people, when they're hiking or trail running, they like to do a loop. Definitely getting breezier out here, windier out here. I apologize for that if you guys are hearing that audio on my microphones. That's just kind of how it's going to be out here. Oh, there's a blue heron right there. Very cool. Seeing more and more of those lately. And the ducks are definitely very skittish. You can see the minute they see signs of people, pedestrians, hikers, they immediately paddle themselves out towards the water. The blue heron is not so concerned with our being here, that's for sure. Alrighty guys, we're making our way. So that cyclist that passed me just came back the other way here. So he did his out and back leg along this trek. There was a time where that gate was open and I actually hiked out along the levee underneath these electrical towers, and I didn't actually film it. I kind of wish I did, but I thought maybe they leave it open for certain times of the year, but no, they don't want people going out there. I just got lucky, right place at the right time for that to happen. I did capture some pictures, and I think I posted a video on that with some camera images rolled in. That was about a year ago maybe. So we're coming up here on the end of Stevens Creek, And I said earlier it's a high tide, but it's actually a medium tide. At low tide, this completely drains out, and all you're seeing is you'll just see dirt, the dirt waterway there. But now it's relatively full, not completely full, but it's relatively full. So one thing about this hike is it's actually kind of treacherous to do here in the spring and early summer, because the Pacific terns use that little island as a breeding nesting ground, and they become extremely aggressive and territorial here at this point in the hike. So I avoid this trail during those spring, summer months, early summer months. I mean, they will, I don't know how actually damaging, I guess, they are. I mean, I guess they'll just beak at you. They've got a sharp beak. They could use that. They'll use that as a spear weapon, I guess. I don't know, but at this point in the hike, they will actually screech, scream, and dive down at you very threateningly and very aggressively. So you can tell if you hear that screech, they're alerting the rest of the flock to a potential hazard. Okay, so that island, as small as that is, can nest hundreds of Pacific terns, and you're seeing the terns now are just flying around looking for fish, and you'll see them kind of dive down into the water. So the wind is so still right now. So they usually catch a headwind and kind of soar along that, and they'll dive down, plunge into the water when they see fish. These are probably anchovies or sardines of some sort, I would assume. Oh, there's a heron flying off too. So I'm not hearing too much shotgun noise off in the distance here today. So for whatever reason, things are relatively quiet out here, which is nice, very nice. So the fennel plants are all lining here along the sides. I love the smell of fennel in the spring and summer months. A lot of mosquitoes out here, so I've got to be careful with that. Treated my clothing with permethrin. Strongly advise everybody out there to do that year round. Basically, I use the aerosol spray can and treat my laundry with it. It's odorless. I have zero reaction to it from an allergy standpoint, so thumbs up to that for me. And the water is relatively glassy out here, so hopefully we can use the field audio from my microphones and the wind noise won't be too bad. So last time I was out here, there were some hunters perched out there hunting some duck right along the edge of the water there, but nope, not today. Here's another boat launch right here. Oh, there's a heron on it. So that's one of the cool things about coming out here, is everything is just so beat down, weathered, and tattered. Oh, I take it back. There is a boat over here. Cool. I wonder who owns these. People just leave their boats stashed out here. There's a blue heron out there. Oh, a couple blue. There's a second one. 2 blue herons out there. Someone bridged some lumber across. That looks pretty sketchy if you ask me. I don't know if I'd want to stand out on that. So we're looking back towards, let's see, Black Mountain right there. Black Mountain is right up that way, tip of my finger. And let's see, Moffett Field is right here, right here. That building right there is the Google Pyramid. Moffett Field is going from here to here. And can we see Levi's Stadium? We can see Levi's Stadium right there. Just an absolutely stunning, gorgeous day out here today. Glad you guys could come along with me here. And I'm going to take you guys back along the other side of the bay. We'll go over this way towards Stevens Creek. And as you can see, it's completely gated and locked up. And again, one time only, I was actually able to, they had just repaved this gravel section, and I think they were just finishing up the job, and they had left these gates open, and I was able to hike out that way another 3 miles or so at least out along the water and the electrical towers. But they clearly don't want people out there. So blue herons are out trying to catch fish. Very cool. Very, very cool. Really enjoying this, where my camera audio is not so blown out from the wind. So this way I'm facing into the wind. There's always a steady breeze coming off the bay while I'm out here, and you can kind of see that in the water. The water's not so glassy here on this side. Don't see any duck hunters out here today. Alrighty guys, I'm doing my trek back along the same trail, just chilling, trying to slow down life. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching my videos. If my videos seem long and drawn out and boring, that's the intent. Trying to find a peace of mind where things are taken slowly. I don't know what it is with the way we live today in our society today, but everything is just so rapid fire, brain frying pace. And it's a plague. It's a disease, it's a plague. I don't know why that is, but that's what my channel attempts to do, is to slow the hell down and put things into a digestible perspective. So that's what we're doing here today. Gaining perspective on life and the real world. Because the real world is not TikTok and Twitter and all that shit you see now. This is real life. And this is what life is about. So anyways, enough of my ranting, my old fart ranting. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, damn. Never heard a heron make a noise like that. So anyways, thanks for tuning in with me here today, guys. Please feel free to post comments and questions down below. I'll answer them as soon as I can. And as always, everyone, stay safe out there, enjoy the outdoors, and I'll catch you all on the next one.